Hi, this is Jeline from the Honors Tutorial. Welcome to our topic for today that is about derivatives, the quotient rule. This is for Basic Calculus 11. So let's start with our discussion. So let us have the quotient rule. The quotient rule is this. The quotient rule. For the quotient rule, we have here d over dx as we divide f of x over g of x is equal to g of x times f prime of x minus f of x times g prime of x over the quantity of g of x squared. Now let us have our example. For example number 1, we have here y equals 4x squared plus 3x over 5x minus 7. So let us have our solution. For the first part of the solution, we will be looking for f prime of x. So we will be having first f of x. By the way, this is f of x, your numerator, and then g of x is your denominator. Now let's continue. So f of x is equal to 4x squared plus 3x. And then let's solve for f prime of x. Then it will become 4 times 2 x raised to 2 minus 1 plus 3 x raised to 1 minus 1. Why is it 3x only? It is because the exponent of x is already 1. If you multiply it with your numerical coefficient, which is 3, then it is still 3. So no need to write 1. Okay? Next, f prime of x is equal to 4 times 2, that's 8. X raised to 2 minus 1, that's 1. Plus 3x raised to 1 minus 1, that's 0. Next. So we have here f prime of x is equal to, let me just use my text here. So that is equal to 8x plus 3 times 1. Why is it 3 times 1? It is because we have here an exponent which is 0. Remember, any number or any term that is raised to 0, the answer is 1. So that's why we have here 3 times 1. Now let's continue solving. So now we have here, for the f of x still, I will write it here. We have here f of x, f prime of x is equal to, I'll just use my text, 8x plus 3. So that is the value of our f prime of x. Remember this, okay? We will be using this later. Now, let us have solution number 2. For solution number 2, we will be writing it here. We will be solving for g prime of x. So we will be getting g of x. G of x is equal to 5x minus 7. And then we will be having g prime of x, and that is 5. X raised to 1 minus 1 minus 0. Why is it minus 0? It is because 7 is a constant, so therefore automatically it should become 0. Next, g prime of x is equal to 5x raised to 0, and then I eliminate or remove negative 0 since it has already been 0. So let's continue. G prime of x is equal to 5 times 1. Why is it times 1? Because the exponent is 0 here. So any number terms that you raise to 0, that is equal to 1. Now we have here g prime of x is equal to 5 times 1, that's 5. So this is the value of our g prime of x. Let's continue solving. So now this will be the third part of the solution. For the third part, we will be having y prime, the pattern earlier. Don't worry, I will write it for you. Y prime is equal to g of x times f prime of x minus f of x times g prime of x all over. Let me just write a line here. The quantity of g of x squared. So let's substitute from the given. So we have here y prime is equal to g of x, that is equal to the quantity of 5x minus 7 earlier, times f prime of x. F prime of x is equal to 8x plus 3. Next, minus f of x, so that is 4x squared plus 3x times g prime of x, and that is 5 all over our g of x when squared. So that is equal to the quantity of 5x minus 7 raised to 2. Now let's continue solving. Let me just remove this part for you to still have the given for solution 3. Let's continue. So this is y prime is equal to 5x times 8x, so that is 40x squared. 40x squared because 5 times 8 is 40, and then for the exponent that is 1 plus 1, so that's 2. And then after that, we will be multiplying also 5x and 3. So we will be getting plus 15x. It is because 5 times 3 is 15, and then copy x. And then after that, you have to multiply negative 7 times 8x, so that is negative 56x. Why is it negative 56x? It is because when you multiply a negative and a positive number, automatically your answer should be a negative number. And then just multiply 7 and 8, and that's 56. Then copy the variable x. Next, negative 7 times 3, that is negative 21. Let's put a parenthesis first here. Minus 4x squared times 5, that is positive 20x squared. And then after that, let's multiply 3x and 5. So that is plus 15x. All over the quantity of 5x minus 7 raised to 2. Let's continue solving. Now we have here y prime is equal to, copy the first given. So that is 40x squared, and then combine 15x minus 56x. And that is equal to negative 41x. Why is it negative 41x? It is because we have here opposite signs. 15 is a positive number. 56 is a negative number. So therefore, we have to subtract them, and that's 41. Then copy the sign of the larger number, which is negative. and then copy minus 21. Since this is the operation subtraction, we have to change the signs of the second given. Then it will become negative 20x squared minus 15x all over our denominator. So that is the quantity of 5x minus 7 squared. Let me just erase this part for you for us to continue solving. And then after that, we have to combine like terms. So we have here y prime is equal to, for 40x squared, the partner of this is negative 20x squared. Since 40 minus 20 is 20, we will be writing 20 here, x raised to 2. Just copy the variable and the exponent itself. Then after that, we have here negative 41x and negative 15x. As you can see here, we have here same sign. They are both negative numbers, so therefore we have to add the numbers, and that is 56, and then copy their sign. So that's why we have here negative 56x minus 21. I just copy negative 21 since there's no number that I can combine with negative 21. All over the quantity of 5x minus 7 raised to 2. And this is the final answer. The derivative of the given equation earlier is y prime equals 20x squared minus 56x minus 21 over 5x minus 7 squared. So that's it for the part 1 of this video. I hope that you have learned something today. If you have inquiries, questions about us, kindly message our FB page, The Honors Tutorial. Thank you and God bless.